Good evening, high school basketball fans. We got a great one for you tonight as two teams battled out with the conference title on the line at stake here as the Northview Wildcats coming to town to face the Sailors of South Christian High School. It's going to be a great one, and we'll cover all the action for you here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Bryce Sack, and I'm excited to bring you tonight's action. As mentioned already, we've got a great one here between the Sailors of South Christian and the Wildcats of Northview. And as we get ready for this game, we are joined right off the back on the Sylvie Company pregame show by head coach Taylor Johnson. Coach, we're finally here. We had the game Friday night. Good win against Forest Hill Central. And there was, I know in the back of everyone's mind, this game was coming up next. This is the big showdown. Northview has already clinched the conference title, but this game obviously is very meaningful because you guys will get a share of it. Tell us how you go about treating a game like this, knowing that season's by no means over, but there are goals that you guys have, and that's to win the conference, and that happens here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we put ourselves an opportunity to do that. So, we got them at our place. We knew this game was coming. I think we've been preparing for it for a while now, and now the guys just have to go out and execute.
So you mentioned preparing for it. Last game, one of their stars went off. The other had kind of a quiet night. Did have the buzzer beater, but I'm sure that's one guy you're going to be watching for. But also, you had some stars that were maybe a little quieter than before, too.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that first matchup, and what are we going to do differently tonight?
Well, Cam Ryans is the real deal. I mean, he is as high major as it gets. You know, he can score inside, outside. He's an elite athlete. I felt like we did a good job on Schwartz. We got to do a better job on Ryans, and we have to still take away Schwartz. So, they're a two-headed monster for sure. I mean, Carson Viss had a great game for us, but Davis Kemper didn't even score. And he's our second leading scorer. So we got to get him going early, get him involved in the offense, and I think if we do that, we'll have a lot more balanced attack.
So Carson had 38. Not bad. Career high night. You already mentioned a little bit of the attack, getting guys like Davis Kemper involved, guys like Ike Scrotenborg, Caleb Plume, the rest of the starters, and I'm sure the role players. But who else are you going to tonight knowing that, Carson's going to probably get his?
Yeah. Well, I hope he gets his. It's not going to be easy. I mean, we got to have a more balanced attack tonight. The way they defend and the way they deny and the way to get up and the way they trap, other guys have to step up and score, and we got to put them in opportunities that they can be successful. So that's on us as a staff, but ultimately, the preparation has to take over an execution for tonight. And I like our game plan. We just got to go out and execute and see what happens.
We're excited for it, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, bud.
Excited to see it happen.
It'll be fun. Thanks, man.
Yep. All right, we'll be right back after this quick break here on Michigan Sports Radio.
Ridge Dentistry, Dr. Jeff Helmus and Dr. Alexandra Marin take the time to build relationships with patients and their families. From professional teeth whitening to restored dental implants, the River Ridge team works tirelessly every day to earn your trust with unparalleled customer service that always puts you, the patient, first. Contact them at riverridgedentistry.net. Since 2009, Burgess Surveying has been helping Michigan grow by providing accurate land surveys. Regardless of your project size, you can be confident that we'll complete your land survey with precision. Attention to detail, responsiveness, and communication are foundational to our process because these are the qualities that our clients appreciate most. That's Burgess Surveying. For over a century, Choice One Bank has been committed to serving the financial needs of West Michigan. Choice One is a team of bankers, investors, lenders, and consultants who work tirelessly to support their neighbors. Whether you're an individual, a family, a farmer, or a local business, Choice One helps you reach your goals. That's Choice One Bank. Let Kent Butcher's Supply help you with all your food handling needs. Kent Butcher Supply Co. has been serving the meat industry for over 60 years. From spices to knives to large equipment, we've got what you need. Shop Kent Butchers today, your local resource for all your butcher supplies. Since 1984, Burgess Concrete Construction has been excelling at commercial and industrial concrete projects. They offer services in concrete construction, polished concrete, concrete pumping, helical piers, and much more. They are building West Michigan, constructing careers, and developing a future for the next generation. Hulst Heating and Cooling specializes in commercial and residential home heating and cooling. Family-owned and conducting themselves with the highest integrity. That's Hulst Heating and Cooling. For over 40 years, Stirk Cleaning's goal has been to exceed customer expectations. From residential to commercial and air duct cleaning, Stirk has you covered. When you choose Stirk Cleaning Center, you can rest assured that you are a top priority. Their services are designed to provide you with better living and working spaces. Mention this ad and receive a 15% discount on carpet cleaning services over $150 through February.
All righty, welcome back, everybody. Boy, we're thrilled to be here tonight. Special shout out to head coach for South Christian, Taylor Johnson, joining us. Just talking. If you missed the interview, just a few points there. Just talking about the last matchup and treating this game as important as it is, given that the OK Gold conference title is on the line. And here's how it plays out. Here's the situation at hand. So South Christian and Northview faced a couple of weeks back, January 23rd. Now, folks, if you all remember, that was the week of that crazy snowstorm. There were many schools that canceled classes and all extracurricular activities Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. South Christian did have school on that Thursday, but that Tuesday was the night that these two teams were supposed to square off and face each other in that first matchup up in Northview. So it got postponed to Wednesday. They were scheduled for Wednesday, and then, of course, the snow continued to fall, and it got postponed to Thursday. So it was a real quick turnaround. Guys had to be flexible. The stadium was definitely a little bit empty given the magnitude of the game, but I think just with all of the craziness of the schedule changes, a little bit empty. Whereas tonight we're expecting an absolute full house. We're about 11 minutes, just under 12 minutes away from tip-off here, and it is getting jam-packed, filling up here quickly. And so, as I mentioned, South Christian needs the win tonight to get the share of the OK Gold. Northview has it. They play Grand Rapids Christian next week, where that's a non-conference game, so that has no consequence or no ramifications to the title run. But South Christian does have Wayland, so they'll need a win tonight and, of course, a win Friday to have one loss in conference play. So Sailors, a lot to play for, and then, of course, both teams getting ready for tournament action next week. And we'll be covering some of that action here as well. I'm joined tonight by Kyle Kowalski, former South Christian star, joining us on the mic tonight. Kyle, you missed the first matchup. You were going to come on Tuesday. Game got postponed. We're unable to make it on Thursday. Going into tonight, what's the feeling like? I know you're excited to watch some of these high-caliber teams play.
Man, super pumped. I know I was so bummed to miss that first matchup. The buzzer beater game that it was, South Christian, Northview coming down to the wire, but could not ask for just a better scenario and situation that we have tonight. 2 16-4 teams coming off that buzzer beater, a share of the OK Gold conference title on the line, the postseason right around the corner, superstars on both teams. What a game. The game of the area tonight in Grand Rapids. Cannot wait to watch this one unfold on the court.
It's going to be a fun one. There's a lot of media here as well, which is sometimes weird to say at a high school level. You know, this isn't the NBA All-Star Weekend, but there's a lot of people here who I don't think would normally attend a South Christian game on a Tuesday night, but there are some stars playing in this game. Carson Vist, notable one for the Sailors. He had 38 last time these two teams played, went absolutely berserk. And then on the other side, Cam Ryans, which Coach Taylor Johnson mentioned in the interview a couple minutes ago, just how special of a kid he is. In that game, that last matchup, he scored his 1,000th point of his career, which is pretty special to be part of that celebration. But, of course, 34 points led to a Northview victory. Now, we'll show some highlights. We'll show the last sequence of plays from that game, including the buzzer beater, because it was a fantastic finish. And that buzzer beater was made by Brady Swartz. So now Brady Swartz and Carson Viss are going to be playing together next year down in Kalamazoo at Western Michigan. So future teammates are going to face off one last time at the high school level. And Swartz had a quiet night last time they played. 10 points for him. Again, did have the buzzer beater, but it was a quiet night and a little bit uncharacteristic of him. And so I know that Coach Johnson's is aware of that. But on the flip side, too, Davis Kemper had 0. That's South Christian's second highest leading scorer on this team. Held to 0 points. So expect that to change as well. And then, of course, all the other key contributors are going to be looked upon to contribute as well. Before we talk tonight, I want to go back to the last matchup the Sailors played in. Was back on Friday. Knocked off Forest Hill Central. Rebound by Cargill. Check if he has numbers. Instead, pulls for 3. Buries it. Brendan Cargill. Forest Hill Central, though, is going to take the time. Schellenberg. Now down to Medic. Medic with a tough take. With the ball to Viss. Guarded by Schellenberger. Tough guard for anybody. As Carson Viss buries that step back 3. Right side. Between the wing and the baseline. Spin move as he drives the right hand up with the left hand. Nice take. Austin Burgess. Chick jump steps down the lane. Dishes out top of the key. 3-pointer for Schellenberger is good. Rangers now showing his zone. Sailors patiently waiting, and that's the last thing you want to see if you're the Rangers is wide by Medic. Keeps it. Left hand gets bodied down low. Pivots, uses left hand, and that ball rims in. Second time we've seen some soft touch. The senior Davis Kemper. The opposite 3-point line. Dumps it off to Clune. Clune with the right hand. Nice take for Caleb Clune. Now to Cargill. Cargill with a spin move down low. Nice take. Boy, was that pretty. Split screen. Step back 3. Up, it's good. Buries it. 3-pointer. Chick gets tipped away, poked away, stolen by Carson Viss. Viss now on the move. Nice layup as Cargill went for the strip but could not get it. Now goes to work, guarded by Middle on Kemper. Kemper with just a silky smooth 3-pointer. First half. 3-pointer is no good. That was short. Tipped around and nice play by Midow. Tips it, keeps it in play. Step back for Viss. Buries it, nothing but net. Carson Viss for the 3.
Coming off a high pick there on the wing. But Cargill comes right back at him.
Nice help defense for the Sailors. Step back. Open 3. Cargill, nothing but net for the senior, Brendan Cargill. Now Sailors on the move, and they move quickly. Carson Viss finding a streak in Skroenbor for the slam dunk. I thought he was going to pull it from the volleyball line. Give and go back to him. Nice take, nice set. Forest Hill Central. Shell to Plume, to Kemper. Dumps it off to Skroenbor. Easy layup for Skroenbor. According to the Michigan Sports Radio Remax Power Poll, we've got the number 5 team and the number 6 team facing off tonight at South Christian High School in a big one. We're excited for you all to be here. If you're just joining us on Michigan Sports Radio or the Sailor Zone, go back and you can listen to the pregame interview on the Sobey Company pregame show with head coach for the South Christian Sailors, Taylor Johnson. So you can tune into that here. Go back and listen and enjoy that. We're just under 5 minutes away from tip-off, and again, we've got a great one here tonight. South Christian High School battle for the OK Gold Conference title on the line. And we'll give you all the action here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailors.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
You order groceries, schedule appointments, and rides online. So why not house cleaning? Sweep is West Michigan's go-to residential cleaning service. Order cleanings in minutes by selecting the rooms and services you need on the Sweep app. Pricing is transparent, scheduling is flexible, and we're fully bonded and insured. Visit sweepllc.com to download the Sweep app or book online. First-time users use promo code FIRSTORDER to get 10% off. sweepllc.com. A cleaning in a sweep.
167 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
Golf 616 is Grand Rapids' newest and most elite indoor golf facility. A place where you can refine your swing, compete in a league, or simply enjoy a round of golf with friends. Golf 616, the perfect place to sharpen your game when you can't get out on the links. Located on West River Drive and 131 in Comstock Park. Find them on Facebook or online at golf616michigan.com.
Rapids Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
Number 6 versus number 5 here at South Christian High School. We got a rematch between the Sailors and the Wildcats. Battle for the OK Gold Conference title. And the last one, folks, the last matchup between these two teams was an absolute dandy. 57-55 resulted in a buzzer beater, and we're going to show you some of the highlights from that game. Not an issue, as Viss has the ball in control, has an open Fackler down low. Easy two for Nolan Fackler. And the double came up on Viss, and that left a wide open man down low, and Nolan Fackler goes up for the easy two. Sailors take the first lead since the second quarter of action. Now the Wildcats can't really waste a ton of time, and they don't need to because Cam Ryan steps up into a three-pointer at the top of the key to take back the lead here with 35.7 seconds to go in this game. Up the court, guarded by Schwartz, drives down the lane, attacks the lane, goes up, contact, no foul call. Nice rebound by Schwartz, and the Wildcats have numbers as they can find it. Jake Johnson on the other end, unguarded and unmanned. 17 seconds to go, Sailors down 3. Carson Viss now looking for the step back three, goes up top of the key and buries it! Tie ball game. The whistle's blown. Refs are looking for something. I thought that was a three-pointer, and I think it is. Sailors ball on the opposite baseline. Sailors extending their defense all the way to that. Inbound by Willis. Going to look for Ryans, who's guarded by Fackler. Fackler making it difficult. Ryans now on the move. They're going to call a foul. Ref's going to say that's on the ground. Both coaches arguing for their side. Looked like that was a foul call the entire work. I'm going to give up an easy basket. Now inbound to Schwartz. Schwartz goes up for two and hits it. And that's going to do it. They might put maybe a half a second on the clock, but I think that might be it. Inbound pass goes to Brady Schwartz.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
All right, folks, we are back, and we're going to tune in now to the national anthem. All right, folks, the wait is over. Kyle, this is one we've been looking forward to for a minute now. As the starting lineup gets announced here, brought to you by the Sobe Company as we wrap up the Sobe Company pregame show. Kyle, final thoughts going into tonight's action?
Really looking to see Brady Schwartz and Cam Ryans in action tonight against Carson Vitz, Davis Kemper, Ice Grotenbohr, and the South Christian Sailors. Again, 2-16-4 teams. The conference title is all on the line tonight. South Christian absolutely needs this one to share in the OK Gold title. Second to last game of the year for them. You could not want a better opportunity if you are a Sailor fan. Northview looking to take that outright OK Gold conference title. Just super pumped to see the two Western Michigan Bronco future teammates go head-to-head here in this matchup.
Yeah, you missed the first matchup last time. And yeah, it was an absolute thriller. Starting lineups again brought to you tonight by the Sobe Company. Starting lineups for the South Christian Sailors is the usual five. Carson Vitz leading the way. Followed by Davis Kemper, Ike Grotenbohr, Nolan Fackler, Caleb Plume. And then starting lineup for the Wildcats, Cam Ryans, Brady Schwartz, Jake Johnson, Anthony Willis, and Izzy Hadaboo. We are underway here, folks. The ball gets tipped around to kick off this game, or tip off this game. It's going to actually go out of bounds. Last touch by South Christian. Northview will get the ball first.
South Christian starting in that coveted zone we've seen the past couple of games.
We did. We saw this last week, and we saw the Wildcats be really patient and wait to get their looks and get their shots. Cam Ryans, again, 34 for him in the last matchup. Gives it off to Brady Schwartz, down to Hadaboo. Hadaboo goes to work from that free throw line. Back to Ryans on that right wing. Willis on the top of the key, tries to find Hadaboo down low. Ball gets tipped around, eventually fielded by Grotenbohr. Nice defensive stand for the Sailors.
Coming out in that zone, almost a 2-3 kind of 1-2-2 shift. Very good rotating zone there for the Sailors to start the game.
This is a little bit different. Hadaboo on defense on Vitz. He gets beat backdoor, but Vitz can't finish. Rebounded by Schwartz on the move. Guarded by Plume. Pulls up for the quick three. Short. Air ball rebounded by Kemper.
Both teams going to look to get off to a fast start, I'm sure, looking to pick up the pace. Viss and Schwartz, I'm sure, looking to get going respectively on their ends of the court.
And I was about to mention Hadaboo guarding Viss. We did not see that last week. As Kemper goes to work, guarded by Ryans. Finds Viss. Pump fake. Drives down the lane with his right hand. Nice touch. 2 points, Carson Viss.
Strong move by Viss there, getting downhill. Beautiful finish with the right hand.
Northview getting down the court quickly, but Ike Scrotenborg there to make the block on Brady Schwartz. Now Kemper goes to work with his strong left hand. That one comes up just short. The key for South Christian, they mentioned this in the last game, is get back on defense. Don't let the Wildcats run, because that's what happens. Cam Ryan, almost for an easy two.
He can get to the cup in a hurry. Nice, strong move, bodied up, and the strong right-hand finish there for Cam Ryans.
I just think this will be something to watch, Kyle, is Hadaboo picking up this almost half court, 3/4 court. That'll wear on a player. This now for the three, buries it. 5 points early for the star senior, Carson Viss.
Well, Bryce, we knew Viss was going to come out and look to be aggressive early. Last week we saw him sort of defer a little bit more to start the game. That is not the case tonight so far.
They find an open Hadaboo down low. That ball gets poked away by Viss. Really good defense for South Christian here in the first couple sets. Viss now with all the Sailors' points. Looks to get three here, and he does. Kyle, just like you said, picking up where he left off last week. Coming out hot to start this game.
2 threes and a nice strong take to the bucket for Viss already. What a start for the senior.
Northview has to go into the teeth of the South Christian zone on this, or the South Christian student section on this side of the court. Nice take by Willis. That one's too strong. Tipped around, rebounded by Thackler. South Christian now on the move. Sailors patiently getting into their offensive sets. Nice tip away by Hadaboo. Guarding Kemper on that entry pass. Hey, this first quarter of action is brought to you by Choice One Bank. For over a century, Choice One Bank has been committed to serving the financial needs of West Michigan. Choice One is a team of bankers, investors, lenders, and consultants who work tirelessly to support their neighbors. Whether you're an individual, farmer, family, or a local business, Choice One wants to help you reach your goals.
Well, heat check there for Viss.
Was that? Yeah, there you go. Red hot Carson Viss, 8 points early. All the points for the Sailors. Down low pass to Ryans. Ryans on the move, goes up. Going to call a foul on Viss. Said they got him in the arm going up. I think that was on the shot too.
Looked like one official had a jump ball and one had a foul there. Unfortunately, the officials give the foul there to Viss on the drive.
Jack Van Pruin in the game for Jake Johnson. Early substitution for the Wildcats. Now Ryan goes to work on that elbow. Finds an open Hadaboo down low, but better defense by Scrotenborg with the big block. Now Sailors and Viss are on the move. Viss behind the back. What a pass.
Wow.
Slam dunk to Ike Scrotenborg. That is a highlight play, Kyle, if I've ever seen one.
What a pass. What a finish by Scrotenborg. The Sailor crowd is going bananas to start the game early.
They are. Carson Viss in his bag tonight. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
Blazing hot start for the South Christian Sailors. They take the early 10-2 lead, thanks largely to Carson Viss fielding a great pass to Ike Scrotenborg. Northview on the other side, though, shooting 20%, 3 turnovers early in this game. This is not the way that we know David Chana wanted things to kick off for the Wildcats. just under 4 minutes to go in this game. Willis takes the ball up court, guarded by Plume. Again, Sailors in that 2-3 zone, dropping that off man back every single time, knowing that the Wildcats want to get the ball to the free throw line. Sailors not allowing that to happen. Brady Swartz, one of the stars for this Wildcat team with the ball. We saw this last time they played, just very patient, methodical, waiting to get their shots. Willis.
If you're Northview, you got to get somebody into the middle, as you mentioned, Bryce. That free throw line extended area, having a little trouble getting some there. It does not matter on that possession.
No, it doesn't.
What a shot.
Brady Swartz hits a deep three to stop this Sailor run, cutting the lead to 5. Hadaboo causing tons of pressure on this as he's take the ball up the court. Carson Viss serves as that pseudo point guard role. A lot of pressure by the Wildcats as Davis Kemper gets the ball close to the half-court line. Guarded by Willis. Down to Fackler, down to Scrotenborg. Nice entry pass down low. Scrotenborg goes reverse layup with his right hand. 2 points for the Sailors.
Beautiful pass there by Fackler. Strong finish by Scrotenborg.
Ryan's on the tough take. That ball was bouncing around. And I'm going to say that Hadaboo touched it when it was in the air. Wave off any chance of that going in, and Sailors get the ball.
Bryce, you can see both teams really extending their defenses. Northview, maybe not right now, but it looked like the last time down, starting to pick Viss up as soon as he crossed half court. On the other end, South Christian really extending that zone, almost meeting the Wildcats at half court as they begin their offense.
Fackler, Scrotenborg come out of the game. Brinks and Chriselle in for the Sailors. 4 substitutions for South Christian tonight. Kemper, baseline 3, guarded. Doesn't matter. Davis Kemper, 4-3.
Boy, what a gift when you have a 6'8" guy that can step out like that and shoot it with ease from deep.
He had 4 threes last game against Forest Hills Central back on Friday night. It's picking right up where he left off. Willis now stutters down low. Finds Van Pruin for the 2. Nice work getting inside.
Like we said, if you are Northview, you got to get the ball in the middle of the court. Good things happen just like that. Easy 2 for them.
Here's the matchup. Step back by Viss. My goodness, Kyle. Carson Viss hits his 3rd 3 of the night.
So tough when you can handle like that and create separation. Viss getting whatever he wants out there to start the game.
Viss now playing on that one side of the 2-3 zone. It extended. Now they get the ball in the middle. Van Pruin to Willis. Top of the key 3. Short off front of the rim. Long rebound goes to Plume. Sailors have numbers. They look to find Brinks down low. They're going to give it to Chriselle on that wing. Looks for Brinks. Doesn't see him. Almost errant pass to Kemper. Kemper resets. Guarded by Tyrus Thomas. Kemper tries to find Brinks, and that's last touch by the Sailors.
Gotta love it if you're a Sailor, though. Carson Viss starting this game extremely aggressive. Kemper already knocking down a 3. Sailors off to that early 11-point lead.
Hot start for South Christian. Hot start for Carson Viss. Northview's want to see this kid get going. Cam Ryans goes to work down the middle. Tipped around. Last touch by the Wildcats. Goes the opposite way. And I tell you what, I don't know what the Sailors worked on, but they have been stout on this side. Every basket has been tough sledding for the Wildcats.
That zone is rotating very well. They're stopping the Wildcats from getting into the middle there in the paint and making things happen. The keys to success on the defensive end so far for South Christian.
Chriselle now goes to work, guarded by Thomas. Gets it to Viss. Half-court line, that logo. Pressured out deep. Back to Chriselle. Works his way through the defense. Ripped away by Cam Ryans. Cam Ryans should have a free dunk here. He does. Nice rip from Cam Ryans. Can't have those turnovers if you're South Christian, especially against number 0.
You cannot. You can see Northview picking up that pressure. Made a defensive switch there. 12 starting to guard Viss, pick him up as soon as he crosses half court.
That's Izzy Hadaboo, the sophomore, who has his hands full. Hey, tonight's game is also brought to you by River Ridge Dentistry. Dr. Jeff Helmus, Dr. Alexandra Marin. Take the time to build relationships with patients and their families. From professional teeth whitening to restorative dental implants, the River Ridge team works tirelessly every day to earn your trust with unparalleled customer service that always puts you, the patient, first. Contact them today at riverridgedentistry.net. Into the game for the Sailors, Austin Burgess, number 10, also number 14, Wyatt Saul, giving Viss a breather. The Wildcats with their starting lineup in the game right now. Jake Johnson, Brady Swartz, Anthony Willis, Cam Ryans, and Izzy Hadaboo. Into Swartz, 3 seconds left to go in the quarter. Nice rebound by Saul. Nice defensive stop. Tough look for Swartz, trying to get that three-pointer off. Wow, it was quite the first quarter. Ton of fun. It was a Carson Viss show all the way. 11 points for the star senior. We'll be right back after this on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Have you recently collided with a deer or been caught in an unfortunate accident? Don't worry, Car Center Collision and Glass is your trusted partner to bring your vehicle back to life. With convenient branches in Cedar Springs, Burton Heights, Alpine, and Big Rapids, we're right around the corner to provide expert assistance. From collision repairs to mechanical fixes, we're your one-stop solution for all your car needs. Check us out at carcentermi.com.
11 points early for Carson Viss, leading the way for South Christian. 4 points for Ike Skroenborg, 3 points for Davis Kemper, 4 points for Cam Ryans, 2 for Jack Van Peruin, and 3 for Brady Swartz in that first quarter of action. Hey, the second quarter is brought to you by Burgess Concrete Construction. Since 1984, they've been excelling at commercial industrial concrete projects. They offer services in concrete construction, polished concrete, concrete pumping, helical piers, and much more. They're building West Michigan, constructing careers, developing a future for all generations.
Skroenborg stepping out. Big three to start the second quarter for the Sailors. Boy, if he's making that, it's going to be a tough night for Northview.
Travel call. South Christian playing with a new level of passion on the defensive side. It's another turnover for the Northview Wildcats. That's going to be 4, and we're only a little over a quarter in this game. Fackler now with the high ball screen. Goes to work on that right block. Nice spin move down low. Gets fouled. Close to an and one, but nice take for Nolan Fackler, the junior.
What a first quarter for South Christian. Up 12 now. Really clicking on all cylinders there, led by Carson Viss. Boy, when you're able to get Skroenborg to step out that 3 last possession like we mentioned, and he's able to knock that down, just creates so many problems for Northview on that end of the floor.
First free throw, no good. And you're right, Kyle. That's 6 points early for Ike Skroenborg, who was a little bit quieter in that first matchup. And they're definitely going to need him. And he's been a force, too, on the defensive side. 2 blocks, I believe, already in this game. Now Cam Ryans goes to work quickly. Long three-pointer, fielded eventually by Kemper as he goes long to Viss. Viss now goes to work. He's got an open Fackler who has a driving lane, loses control, but able to keep it in play to Viss. Viss right away for the three-pointer, and my, oh my. That's 4 three-pointers for Carson Viss.
Shooting it with ease. Beautiful lefty stroke. 14 in the game already for Viss. What a start.
24-9 is your score. Sailors up big on conference foe. And again, folks, if you missed the talk earlier, long three-pointer for Swartz, rebounded by Ryan, who gets dirty down low. He gets rewarded. He's going the line after making 2.
That is one of the unfortunate parts about playing in a zone. Those defensive rebounds, tough to get for the Sailors there. Not much you can do Cam Ryan's flying in from the total weak side of the floor there for the rebound, put back, and one opportunity.
He scored in, man, it really felt like every single way possible in that last matchup back on the 23rd of January. Hit from deep, got into the paint, made some tough shots, and when shots aren't falling, get some offensive rebounds. That'll get the offense clicking real quick. Free throw, no good. Can't complete the and one as Viss now on the move. Hadaboo guarding him. Viss takes him. Nice block by Izzy Hadaboo. Great defense by the sophomore on Carson Viss.
Sophomore is long. What a block there on Viss.
Tough take by Ryans. They find a streaking Viss wide open. I'm sure he'll be let go free as he slams it. Easy two for Carson Viss.
Just like that, if you are South Christian, you got to keep the foot on the gas there. Viss able to run out and get another easy two.
I mean, defense has been the story of this game early. South Christian, this 2-3 zone, which they ran in the last matchup, causing absolute fits for the Wildcats. They find an open Ryans down low. Misses the layup, can't finish. Rebounded by Viss. Sailors get another stop. Open scrum, ball gets tipped. Nice defense, good hands by Anthony Willis, who looks for a streaking Swartz down low on the fast break. And Wildcats convert two. Great defense by Swartz, causing problems for Kemper. Jump ball, possession arrow, goes to the Wildcats.
These last 5 minutes, 28 seconds going to be crucial for South Christian to stay on the gas here. Like we mentioned, you know Northview is going to give it everything they have to look to close out the first half.
Again, I feel like too, Brady Swartz, senior, didn't have his best game, did have the game winner in the last matchup. I know he wants a little bit of revenge here. He's not going to let the Wildcats go down easy. So we're seeing some fight for number 3. Ryan on that right wing. Again, Cats being patient. Get it down low to Hadaboo. No travel call. Dishes it back out to Willis. Top of the key. Three-pointers long off the back of the iron. Tipped around. I think they're going to get Brady Swartz for a foul call on Scrotenbohr. Trying to field that rebound. Nice block out by Ike Scrotenbohr.
Northview's offense there, just a little stagnant. Again, not able to get the ball into the middle of the floor there. A lot of passes around the perimeter. Not much movement. If you're them, you really got to look to attack this zone to get South Christian out of it.
Caleb Crushell in the game, junior. You see it has an errant pass tipped away by Hadaboo. Hadaboo runs down the lane, gets fouled going up for the slam dunk. Nice rip and steal by Hadaboo. He's going to get rewarded at the free throw line.
Sophomore there with a very, very athletic play. Steal, streaks down the floor, look to put the hammer down. Smart foul there by South Christian to send him to the line.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Burgess Urbane. Since 2009, Burgess Urbane has been helping Michigan grow by completing accurate land surveys, regardless of your project size. You can be confident that we'll complete your land survey with precision. Attention to detail, responsiveness, communication are foundational to our process because these are the qualities that our clients appreciate the most. That's Burgess Surveying. Izzy Hadaboo hits the first. Second one's away, and it's good. Nice 2-point swing by Izzy Hadaboo.
Let's see what South Christian does on the offensive end here. Viss on the bench. 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Got to stay on the offensive.
Tough sequence for Crushell. On the defensive side, foul. Again, that's Swartz taking some onus, taking some ownership of the situation, trying to make some things happen. It's fouled on the ground. 2 fouls for the Sailors, 3 for the Sailors, 2 for the Wildcats. Swartz gets the inbound pass, stops and pops. Nice long, deep 2 for Brady Swartz. He's starting to heat up. He's got 6 of his own, is the senior. Now, Austin Burgess looking to reset his offense. He takes it with the right hand, goes to the left. Nice drive by Austin Burgess. We actually saw that on Friday. Kind of a spaced out, he had the whole right side to himself, drove baseline. Nice take for Austin Burgess to get to the line.
A little isolation there on the right wing, as you mentioned, Bryce. Good opportunity for him to get to the line. On the other end, if you're Northview, Cam Ryans and Brady Schwartz have to be the ones to take over for Northview right now to try to trim into this now 10-point lead for South Christian. The stars have to shine for Northview in order to get back into this game. This back into the lineup for the Sailors who look to keep building on this double-digit lead.
Carson Viss with 16 already. Taylor Johnson in the pregame show wanted balance. Going to be looking for that here. Well, he's also not going to be mad when his star is shooting the way that he is. So we'll see how what adjustments take place as we're just under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter of action. OK Gold conference title on the line for the Sailors. They win. They'll get a share of it. Northview already has their own share. Brady Schwartz with a nice take, goes hard, takes it to Ty Brinks with the foul.
I feel like I sound like a broken record here, Bryce, but that is the key. Great look right in the middle there. Schwartz with a lot of room to operate. One quick dribble to the left. Strong take, able to get to the line for 2 here for him.
(28-17), first free throw. Bounces off the front of the rim, falls. Brady Schwartz now with 7. 8. Make that 9. As he has willed the Wildcats back in this game, cutting the lead to 9. This back in the game. Guarded by Hadaboo, looking to set a screen on Burgess. As Burgess takes with the left hand, uses his right this time, and completes the and one. How about that? Nice take by Austin Burgess.
Beautiful finish there. Ducked under with the right hand. Burgess, the junior. Beautiful finish there. Looking to get to the line and complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Austin Burgess hasn't been traditionally the offensive threat, but Taylor Johnson said he needs these guys to step up, and I'm sure he's overly pleased that Burgess is doing just that. Bit of a stoppage here. I think we're tying some shoes. Burgess buries that free throw, completes the and one. 5 points early for Austin Burgess. 4 fouls apiece for each team. Schwartz has the ball, gets fouled. Tough call. I think that's going to be 2 on this. That's an unfortunate foul call on Carson Viss. It looked like he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Going to send Schwartz to the line as Wildcats are now in the bonus, and I would expect Carson Viss to sit the rest of this half. So with 3:20 to go.
A little bit of an opportunity, though, for Northview. Already in the bonus, down by 12, now 11 with 3:20 left. I would look for them to be very, very aggressive attacking this zone, looking to get to the line, get some easy ones for the free throw at the free throw line to continue to trim into this lead.
So Viss now out of the game. Where the Sailors going to go on offense? Kemper has 3. As Brady Schwartz hits that second. Austin Burgess has been the glimmer of hope for the Sailors. In for the Wildcats is Julian Charity, number 10, guarding number 10 right at this moment. Burgess does work with the left hand, gets tipped away, keep it in the paint, finds Kemper for the 3 on the wing. That one's no good, just long. Another unfortunate foul by Ike Scrotenbor. It's going to send Schwartz to the line again. Yeah, Kyle, it's going to be really interesting closeout to this second quarter, just with this out of the game. I think the Sailors are happy with that Kemper shot. But they're going to be looking to Scrotenbor and probably look to Caleb Plune as well. I know that Johnson wants to see him get going, start hitting some of his shots too, because they'll need them.
Well, and the thing too is, Bryce, here is being down 9 for Northview in the bonus already. It just slows down the pace of the game. South Christian was able to get out and run quickly with Viss and company. This just slows a little bit of the momentum down. Northview cut it to 8. Big opportunity for them to close out the half here.
It's 14 for now for Schwartz. As you mentioned, Kyle, cut it to 8 points. It's a crucial final 3 minutes. As Burgess goes to work, gives it to Kemper, finds Scrotenborg down low. We're going to get a holding foul on number 4, Jake Johnson. They're trying to get the ball down low to Scrotenborg, but that's going to send Scrotenborg to the line.
But look, on the other end for South Christian with Viss out, seems like they're back in the bonus or in the bonus themselves. Have to look to be extremely aggressive here on their end to close out the half.
Sailors in the double bonus. Going to give Scrotenborg plenty of breathing room. You see he knocks down the first. That's the second. Scrotenborg's been big in this first half. He's got 9 early. As Cam Ryans now goes to work, takes it down the lane, gets a hit going up. Nice take, Cam Ryans. Making something happen. Also not letting the Sailors get back into that zone defense.
Yeah, unfortunately for South Christian there, not much that you can do. Cam Ryans with a bowl head down, looking to get to the line and be aggressive.
First free throw falls for Cam. Hey, folks, if you're a Michigan Sports Radio listener and you've been tuning in throughout the season, whether it's football, basketball, hockey, we aired some hockey last night between Granville, go fill out our survey. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Make the experience better for you as the listener and the viewer at home. That helps the folks over at Michigan Sports Radio deliver a better product. So be sure to go to their website at audience survey at the top menu. You'll be able to click that and it'll take you to the survey page. You'll be able to complete the survey there. So 2:41 to go in this first quarter of action. Kyle, I think it's been everything we thought and maybe more. Also maybe a little bit not what we expected. I expected something from Carson Viss. I don't know if I expected 16 off the jump, 4 of those being 4 3-pointers.
And to think that he got off to that quick of a start, and he's been on the bench the last 2 minutes in foul trouble, unfortunately. So a quarter of a half action, 16 points. Who knows what could have been if he was able to finish out the half here strong, but a crucial last 2:40 for South Christian to close out this first half.
I'm sure Taylor Johnson wants to bleed as much clock here as possible, but you can't waste too much time in the half court because there's going to be a 10-second call. They get away with it as Ploon gathers himself, gives it to Burgess, drives baseline, goes up with the left hand, just no good. Tipped around, rebounded by Kemper, who goes up strong with his right. Nice, excuse me, check that. That was Ike Scrotenborg. Nice work by Scrotenborg. Ryans with a hard take. They say off. Last touch by Fackler. No foul call, but last touch by Nolan Fackler. Looks like Schwartz wanted a foul. Not going to get it.
Looked like South Christian might have got away with one there, but hey, you will take it if you are them on the defensive end.
Inbounded by Tyrus Thomas. Finds Schwartz. Schwartz double team, splits the double, goes up with his right to left. Nice rebound by Hadaboo. Tipped around. Finally cleaned up by Jake Johnson. He gets his first basket of the night. Burgess has been the glimmer of hope for the South Christian offense when they're trying to find some production. He's played really well in the second quarter. Now Ploon. Good defense there by Hadaboo. Back to Kemper, guarded by Ryans. Looks down low to Scrotenborg. Tough catch, better finish for Ike Scrotenborg, who's been monstrous in this first half as well.
With this out, South Christian looking for that big-to-big high-low there. What a pass by Kemper. Scrotenborg continues to be strong down low.
Deep three by Schwartz, rebounded by Hadaboo. Just like I'm sure they drew it up. Essentially a pass on the air ball. Hadaboo was in the right spot, easy two. Burgess now to Kemper. Fackler drives baseline, goes reverse. No good. Tries to make up for it on defense then as Ryan now on the move. Hard take. No foul call. Thought he might have got bumped. Fackler on the rebound stumbles, and they're going to call a travel on Nolan Fackler. Yeah, you can't let Ryans make it to the three-point line unchecked.
No.
Because when he gets going, boy, he's tough to stop.
Well, you've seen Ryans and Schwartz looking to just get to the basket at all costs right now to close out this first half. South Christian in the bonus just looking to make things happen for Northview right now.
It's a foul call. Going to send Jack Van Pruin to the line. I think that was on Burgess. Wildcats of Northview, 16-4, same record as the Sailors. The one difference is their victory over the Sailors that gives them the edge in the conference title. But you look at the season that the Wildcats have had, 4 losses, and they are 4 as good as a loss can be. Lost to Rockford at Calvin, or third game of the season. Lost Ann Arbor Huron. Lost to Lima, the team out of Ohio, and lost to Orchard Lake St. Mary's. All of those losses close except for one. So really impressive season for the Wildcats and Coach David Chana. Fackler now, nice pass down low to Plume. Plume contested by Schwartz. No foul call. Nice defense by Brady Schwartz. He now is on the move on offense. He goes with his left hand fading in front of the iron. Tipped around. I think that one's going to stay with the Wildcats as Kemper knocked that one out of bounds.
Good look there for Schwartz for the Wildcats, but look, 26.4 seconds left here for the Sailors. Up by 6. Northview looking to get this down to 2 or 4 to close out the half. Very, very important last couple of seconds of this first half.
The Sailor offense led largely thanks to Ike Skroenborg. He's got 13 in this first half. He's been huge in the Viss absence. Willis back to Ryans. 16 seconds to go. I'm sure they're obviously waiting for that last shot. We'll see who gets to take it. Put my money on Ryans here as he crosses up Plume. Floater down low, tipped around by Hadaboo. Man, Izzy Hadaboo has been big in this game, doing a lot. As Burgess, last second heave, no good. And Wildcats with a great stretch at the end, cut it to 4. 37-33 is your score here at South Christian High School. Hey, tune in, or don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Tune in to the River Ridge Dentistry halftime show. We'll review all the action from today's game. Quick message from the MHSAA and get you ready to go for this exciting second half of action. Number 5 versus number 6. Battle for the OK Gold Conference on the line here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
Welcome back, folks, to the River Ridge Dentistry halftime show. The River Ridge Dentistry, Dr. Jeff Helmus and Dr. Alexandra Marion take the time to build relationships with patients and their families. From professional teeth whitening to restorative dental implants, the River Ridge team works tirelessly every day to earn your trust with unparalleled customer service that always puts you, the patient, first. Contact them at riverridgedentistry.com. Quite the first half. 37-33 is your score at the break. One game that was a hot start for the South Christian Sailors, thanks largely to Carson Viss, who sat out the last almost 4 minutes of that second quarter. He had 16 points in the game. He led the way early on. But also great defense for South Christian. Gave fits to Northview, especially in that first quarter. That 2-3 zone caused a lot of problems. Made every shot very difficult for the Wildcats to convert, but eventually Wildcats got rolling, led largely in part by Brady Schwartz, the star senior. He had 13 points in the first half and did a lot of work, a lot of damage getting to the line. He was able to knock down 6 free throws as part of his 13, so really was able to get the Wildcats back in this game. Cam Ryans finished the first half with 8. And I tell you, Kyle, I think he will look back on this half and be a little disappointed because he had some looks but couldn't get the baskets to fall. He'll be looking to get rolling again in the second half. Izzy Hadaboo was big in other aspects of the game. He had 6, but he was all over the glass, of course, all over the defensive end, making life difficult for Carson Viss. And then Jack Van Peruin had 4. Jake Johnson had 2. The other story for the South Christian Sailors is Ike Scrotenboer. He closed out that first half there with 13 points. He was big down low, had one of them being a big 3, but was the shining light on offense for South Christian was Viss was out of the game. The other shining light, too, was Austin Burgess. He had 5 early in that first half, a couple good takes, getting the line, had an and 1. So he's been a go-to. The sophomore guard has been a go-to for the South Christian Sailors. Davis Kemper rounds out with 3. I'm sure he'll be looking to get going in the second half as well. Kyle, you've got some other stats from this first half of action.
Well, Bryce, as you mentioned, what a back and forth first half of action. I think what stood out though was South Christian getting Northview in the bonus with, unfortunately, some foul trouble there. South Christian 7 turnovers in that first half. I think we saw a few of those as they did close out the first half there and were looking to stay aggressive. Unfortunately, Northview was able to cut into that lead. But South Christian shooting 54% from the field in the first half. Northview 37 on their end. As you mentioned, Bryce, the tale of Carson Viss and Scrotenboer leading the way for the Sailors. Cam Ryans and Brady Schwartz on Northview's end. What did stand out to me, though, Hadaboo, his length and athleticism caused, I think, a lot of problems for South Christian. Very, very, very athletic on the defensive end and the offensive rebound. And for Northview, able to get a few tip-ins there. The second half is, setting up to be a doozy. South Christian up 4. Viss able to get back into the lineup now with those 2 fouls. Boy, are we set up for a great second half here, Bryce.
Yeah, no doubt. Carson Viss, I imagine Taylor Johnson's as happy as could be with the offensive production given Viss's absence in that game. But defensive side, they're going to have to really buckle down as Schwartz and Ryans, I'm sure, are going to be getting ready to go. So we're going to send you out to Lansing for a quick message for the MHSAA. We'll be right back here on Michigan.
MHSAA representation in this year's and past Super Bowls, and the first batch of 123 hockey tournament games is nearly here. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. For a select handful of people, becoming an MHSAA registered official has been a pathway to working some of the world's biggest games. This year's Super Bowl referee, Ron Torbert, has worked 2 of the last 4 Super Bowls, and he's a former MHSAA official. Ron's also a graduate of Michigan State University. Like Torbert, Dean Look is an MSU grad. In fact, Look played football at MSU and finished 6th in the 1959 Heisman Trophy voting. He played professional baseball and football before starting a career in stripes. Look has worked 3 Super Bowls, numbers 13, 15, and 27. And if you've ever seen the famous Joe Montana to Dwight Clark play in the 1981 NFC Championship, you've seen Dean Look. He was in the corner of the end zone as Clark came down with the ball and signaled touchdown on the play that is now known simply as the catch. Look attended Lansing Everett High School before going to MSU. And then there are the Paganelli brothers from Wyoming Rogers High School. Carl, Perry, and Dean, they have all worked the Super Bowl. Carl and Perry are the first set of brothers to work the same Super Bowl, that coming in 2007. In total, the Paganellis have worked 8 different Super Bowls. Remarkably, in 13 of the 59 Super Bowls, one of Torbert, Look, or a Paganelli brother has been on the field. That's nearly a quarter of the time that the game has been played. A former MHSAA official has been on the field as well. If you'd like to get involved officiating games, register online. Just go to MHSAA.com and click on Officials. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Jacob Collins scored 14 points for Grass Lake in a 43-27 win over Michigan Center. The victory keeps Grass Lake undefeated on the season and clinches the Cascade East boys basketball title. The Allen Park competitive cheer team, they outscored rival Gibraltar Carlson to take home the Downriver League crown. And to the Cass City wrestling team, they captured their 9th straight district title by knocking off Bad Axe and Ubley.
Graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skills certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
During a high school ice hockey game, a player is assessed a minor penalty for tripping. The penalized team successfully clears the puck during the ensuing power play. A teammate of the penalized player accidentally shoots the puck directly out of play from their defensive zone. Is this a delay of game penalty? If so, does the team go down 2 players? A delay of game penalty for shooting the puck directly out of play in the defensive zone will only be assessed if the action is deliberate. If it is deemed accidental, no additional penalty is called. In this situation, the referee determines that the puck was shot out of play accidentally. The team does not receive a delay of game penalty and remains at 4 skaters.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. The MHSAA's ice hockey tournament gets started next week with 30 regional first-round games and then 48 regional semifinals. Once those 2 rounds are complete, we'll already be down to the final 24 matchups, 8 in each of our 3 divisions. Each regional is seeded based on MPR. That means in Division 1, Detroit Catholic Central is the overall top-ranked team. Flint Powers is tops in Division 2. And Orchard Lake St. Mary's is the highest ranked in Division 3. After next week's games, the regional finals will be played on February 26th, and then the quarterfinals on March 1st. Semifinals and finals are March 6th, 7th, and 8th at USA Hockey Arena in Plymouth, and all 9 games from there will be available to watch on the NFHS network. Stay up to date on all results, schedules, and more by visiting the hockey page at MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll be back next week.
The Golf Emporium, located between Rockford and Greenville on 14 Mile Road, is West Michigan's premier golf center. They carry all brands, including Callaway, Ping, TaylorMade, and Titleist, in their over 10,000 square foot of retail space. They also have a 16-acre practice facility with heated booths that allow you to work on your game year-round. Plus, you can try anything out before you buy it. Stop on out at the Golf Emporium and check out their huge selection.
All right, folks, welcome back. We are ready for the second half of action here at South Christian High School. Second half is brought to you by, and this third quarter specifically is brought to you by Kemp Butcher Supply. Let Kemp Butcher Supply help you with all your food handling needs. Kemp Butcher Supply Co. has been serving the meat industry for over 60 years. From spices to knives to large equipment, we've got what you need. Shop Kemp Butcher Supply today, your local resource for all your butcher's supplies. This now back in the game on the bench for a while. At the end of the second quarter due to foul trouble. Layup no good. It would have been a tough reverse. Jump ball going to go to the Wildcats. Can't wait to see what halftime adjustments both these coaches' staffs make. How do you slow down this, and how do you slow down Swartz and Ryans? Those are 2 big questions. South Christian back in that 2-3 zone. Willis gets the screen at the top of the key, drops it down low to Hadaboo. Nice pass, nice offensive set for the Wildcats. Easy 2 for Izzy Hadaboo.
Well, Bryce, I think you mentioned it right away. You could see high ball screen on that zone for the Wildcats, able to look to get some penetration in the middle there, able to get the quick 2.
Taken away from this as Fackler looks down low to Kemper. Kemper, Swartz had his arms wrapped all around Kemper. Ref's going to call that out every day, and they do. Early foul. Brady Swartz. It's a good look, but it's something I don't think we really saw, trying to get the ball down low to Kemper. You see that in the first half. Inbound now to Plune, back to Kemper. Down low to Scrotenborger. He's been great in this game. Goes up with that left hand, fading away. Really nice defense by Johnson. Outlets it to Ryans. Now Ryans on the move. Someone's got to pick him up. Plune's going to. Tough take. Great block by Scrotenborger, and Ryan stepped out of bounds. Good help side defense by Ike Scrotenborger, helping out his colleague, Caleb Plune.
Well, I'm sure we can expect to see Cam Ryans looking to be aggressive this second half. You can see it right there, trying to get to the basket quickly.
Nice cut by Viss. Viss is definitely going to take that up. Gets fouled. Going up. Big finish for Carson Viss. Going back door. Hits the two and is going to go to the line for one more.
Well, look, if you're South Christian and they're overplaying him there on that high side, go back door. What a treat when Viss can finish with both hands there. Almost a little confusing being a lefty able to finish strongly with that right hand there for the Sailors.
Probably helps that he was an outstanding quarterback and he threw right-handed during his illustrious football career here at South Christian. 40-35, Sailors extend the lead to 5 in the second half. Nice pass down low, down to Johnson. Blocked by Scrotenborger, who has been a force for the Sailors down low. And he streaks down the court. Nice defense. Plune down low. Plune trying to get Hadaboo in the air. Does. Nice finish by Caleb Plune, being patient. Sailors extend the lead to 7.
What hands by Scrotenborger to catch that, and they're able to corral it and just make things happen down there for the Sailors.
Great help side defense. Backside block by Kemper. Sailors been stout on that side, holding the Wildcats to 2 points only. Pump fake by Viss. Fackler. Fackler now behind the back, guarded by Ryans. Attacks that block. Lowers his shoulder. No whistle, no call. Tipped back up by Fackler on his miss. The Sailors are off and running right now.
Fackler able to get into the lane, be aggressive. You got to love that if you're the Sailors. Look to take a little pressure off Viss, having to create the offense.
First basket of the game for Nolan Fackler. Now Ryans attacks the zone, tipped away, stolen by who else? Ike Scrotenborger. Outlet to Kemper. Now Kemper finds a Fackler down low, who passes it to a cutting Scrotenborger. Tipped away by Johnson. We're going to get a break in the action, as it's going to stay on this side with South Christian. Ty Brinks now in the game for Scrotenborger, giving the big a breather. Scrotenborger had 13 in the first half. That's not counting all of his blocks and the presence he's been on the defensive side. Tough inbound for the Wildcats. Tipped around, but Viss fields it. Guarded by Hadaboo. Nice spin move going up. And one. Oh, just bounces out. Nice take by Viss, getting in great position. Getting Hadaboo in the air. Gonna go to the line. Shooting 2.
Hadaboo is an aggressive defender there. Very, very smart play by Viss there. Pump fake, able to get into the lane there, get him up in the air, body him, get to the line for hopefully 2 more.
Viss 3 points in the second half already. Make that 4. 16 points in the first half. You do the math, Kyle. That's 20 points in this game already, and we're not even 5 minutes into the third quarter.
And as we mentioned, Bryce, he had to sit for almost those last 3 to 4 minutes of the first half there. So Viss picking right back up where he left off.
Excellent point. Yeah, he did miss the last 3 minutes of the second quarter and still has 20. It's Carson Viss for you. Nice pass down low. Finding the open lane. Fans wanting to travel, not going to get it. Willis takes it on his own and only gets tipped out of bounds. Willis has done a nice job finding those open lanes in the zone, trying to get the ball closer to the baseline to have that zone collapse. Done a nice job of that today. He's going to be inbounding it to Schwartz. Schwartz fielded it, essentially double team, takes it on his own, gets called for the foul. Kemper got the block, but I think the foul happened beforehand. And it was. Caleb Plune is going to get called.
Well, if you're South Christian, you've extended that lead back up to 11 here. Schwartz at the line, obviously, for 2, but that 2-3 extended zone continues to give the Wildcats problems when they're able to get that set up in advance. Obviously, we've seen Schwartz and Ryans continue to be aggressive here to open the second half, but I'm sure what Taylor Johnson drew up here to start the second half, looking for his teams on both ends of the floor to continue to push the pace.
That's been the story the second half so far, is that defense for the South Christian Sailors. Northview with only one basket, 4 points total thanks to that second free throw by Schwartz. Hadaboo with the only basket of the second half. Sailors have been clamping down on the defensive end. Now Fackler, assuming the point guard duties, gets stuck in no man's land, gets called for a double dribble, and who else, Kyle, but Izzy Hadaboo causing chaos on the defensive side.
South Christian unable to get into an offensive set there, unfortunately. Back to single digits. Deficit now for the Wildcats, looking to get it to 7.
2-3 zone. Schwartz attacks, gives it to his pal Ryan. Schwartz pump fake from deep, attacks the lane, finds an open. Van Pruin misses the layup. Sailors, another stop on this defensive side. Again, Northview with only one field goal in the second half. Fackler now looking to make something happen. Attacks to an open, looks for Skronborg. Aaron pass to Fackler. Just going to reset now. Hadaboo on the pressure, and Izzy Hadaboo has been the story for the Wildcats on the defensive side. Fackler is gassed, and that's all because of the sophomore in red and black.
Fackler probably needs to get rid of that ball there. Maybe a little too many dribbles on the perimeter, but as you mentioned, Hadaboo with that length and that athleticism continue to cause problems for the Sailors.
Burgess now in the game, as well as Thomas. Schwartz for the three, short. Nice rebound by Thomas. Goes up strong, gets fouled. Tyrus Thomas, the sophomore, having some meaningful minutes in this game. Don't have heights on Northview's depth chart. Not the tallest one on the court, and he's getting busy with the bigs. Down low, now he's at the line.
Hard over height, as they say, right, Bryce?
That's right, hard over height. First free throw is good. First points of the game for Tyrus Thomas. The second half is also brought to you by Burgess Surveying. Has been helping Michigan grow by providing accurate land surveys. As that missed free throw. Regardless of your project size, you can be confident that they'll complete your land survey with precision. Attention to detail, responsiveness, and communication are foundational to the process because these are the qualities that their clients appreciate the most. That's Burgess Surveying. Northview with the pressure, making every single dribble difficult for the Sailors. As Burgess now goes to work. He was big in the first half. Foul call on Cam Ryans. Holding on a little snug to Austin Burgess.
Well, you can see with Hadaboo on the bench for Northview, Schwartz switching on to Carson Viss there, really extending that coverage, looking to try to take him out of the game. If you're Northview, you have to limit Viss's touch to look to get back into this game.
Julian Charity in for the Wildcats. Had a little bit of action in the first half. No baskets. Nice pass down low to Skronborg, who finds a Burgess wide open for three at the baseline. And Austin Burgess' hot night continues as he hits that big three in the second half.
Burgess continues to get it done for the Sailors. What a spark off the bench.
Sailors on a nice run here as the Wildcats go down low. Try to find something on offense as Jake Johnson gets two. Wildcats going to take a timeout after that basket made. We'll be right back here, Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailors.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
.49-40 is your score here at South Christian High School. Wildcats come to town for their final conference matchup of the season next Friday, or this Friday, their next game. They will play at Grand Rapids Christian. They'll face the Eagles of Grand Rapids Christian, non-conference game, so this is where they wrap up their conference season. Sailors do have one more conference matchup on Friday, doubleheader, boys and girls. Wayland Wildcats come to town. We'll have all that action here on Michigan Sports Radio and on the Sailor Zone, so you want to tune in. South Christian ladies are rolling right now, number 2 team in the area, according to the Remax power poll. Now Burgess, heat check for the 3. And Austin Burgess hits another one. My goodness, what a night for the sophomore.
Action there up top with Viss, a little screen. Burgess wide open, and why not?
Johnson skip pass to Swartz. He drives that left hand. Nice floater by Brady Swartz. It's his first basket of the second half. Burgess now guarded by Charity. I think he's feeling good now. He takes it all on his own. Resets to Viss. Gets Ryans in the air. Looks for the 3. Doesn't take it. Spin move. Goes up strong and gets clobbered. Hadaboo in on the call. But I don't know, Kyle. When you got Austin Burgess running the show in the way that he has, that allows Carson Viss to be off the ball.
I mean, what an impressive just possession there. Didn't pick up his dribble, kept the handle alive. Beautiful pass to Viss. What a spark he has provided for the Sailors tonight.
Because Burgess does not start in these games, and Viss assumes the point guard duties. And when Burgess come in and play like this is a whole nother team.
Well, look, and a sophomore.
And a sophomore,
the next couple of years. You have to love that if you're a Sailor.
He's the backup quarterback, or was the backup quarterback. Assumes he'll be the starter going into next season. But it's basketball season now, folks. As Swartz finds his open jumper, he hits it. That's where he's deadly. Brady Swartz with another 2.
That mid-range game for Swartz, very dangerous. 6'7" length, can get into the lane and do a lot of damage on offense. But Viss right back in attack mode.
Feels like that was maybe the first time he really beat Hadaboo. And he got him off the dribble and had for Carson, a pretty wide open lane. Viss with the Swartz with the give and go. Gives it to Thomas. Thomas comes up short. Fielded by the Sailors. And South Christian again. If you take out some of the, just the impressive shots that Swartz is making for himself, this South Christian defensive unit has been impressive. Now we'll get to see Viss go back to work. Double comes up on him. Nice defense by Hadaboo. Finds Kemper for that 3-pointer off the front of the rim. No good. A little bit too much push and shoving down low by Scrotenmore. Gets called for the foul.
South Christian giving Viss a little bit of a breather here to close out the third quarter with just over 48 seconds left, up 12. Allow the Austin Burgess show to continue on here, but for South Christian, got to close this quarter strong.
Burgess still in the game. Chriselle in the game for Viss. Brinks also in the game, playing the 4 or 5. Tipped away by Chriselle. Nice stop by Fackler, but him and Ryan's fighting over it. It'll be a jump ball call. That'll be advantageous to the Sailors as they've got the possession arrow. Another stop for South Christian. Nice tip play by Caleb Chriselle. .30 seconds to go in this game. Viss obviously out of the game for this final 30 seconds. And offensive foul call on Kemper. Moving screen. He's not happy about it. I don't know what you thought about that call, Kyle.
That one is a toughie. I saw Taylor Johnson tell Kemper, yes, you did move. I thought he may have just a little bit there. Tough call for the big fella, nonetheless, to close out the third quarter here.
That's a big stop as Wildcats look to cut this one to 10 or more. Willis, top of the key. Swartz. Get the ball to Ryans on the elbow. He takes it with the right hand. Up and under. Nice move. Gets fouled going up and one. Cam Ryans going to work here.
Ryans and Schwartz, the 1-2 punch. Continue to just thread the needle for Northview. You have to imagine that going into this fourth quarter, those two are going to be carrying the heavy load for the Wildcats as they look to trim this lead to single digits.
That was the first basket of the game for Ryans. Taylor Johnson sends 4 subs in. The original starting lineup now in the game for the Sailors with 9 seconds to go. Ryan hits the and one. Now Viss gets the ball, takes it on Swartz behind the back, steps up for a deep three, just short front of the iron. No good. Swartz with a heave. 3-quarter court comes up shy. 56-47, Wildcats cut it to 9 as we approach the last quarter of action here at South Christian High School. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
$56-47 is your score here at South Christian High School as we gear up for this fourth quarter of action. This fourth quarter is brought to you by Hulse Heating and Cooling. Hulse Heating and Cooling specializes in commercial and residential home heating and cooling, family-owned, and conducting themselves with the highest integrity. That's Hulse Heating and Cooling. Tonight's broadcast is also brought to you by Stirk Cleanings. For over 40 years, Stirk Cleaning's goal has been to exceed customer expectations. From residential to commercial and air duct cleaning, Stirk has you covered. When you choose Stirk Cleaning Center, you can rest assured that you are a top priority. Their services are designed to provide you with a better living and working spaces. Hey, mention this ad and receive a 15% discount on carpet cleaning services over $150 through February. So a couple more days, a week or so remaining in this amazing deal. 15% off carpet cleaning services over $150. With 9 seconds to go, Cam Ryans saw his first basket of the second half. He gets on the board, hits the free throw. He's got 3 in the second half. Brady Schwartz had 6 in that third quarter of action. Jake Johnson with 2. Izzy Hadabu with 2. Tyrus Thomas had 1. Free throw make, free throw miss. So we have some technical difficulties here with the light on one side of the court, close to this Northview bench. Lights remaining on. Shouldn't be. For the Sailors, Carson Viss had a big second half. He had 9 in the third quarter of action. Austin Burgess came in clutch with 3, a pair of 3-pointers. He had 6 in the second and third quarter of action. And then Caleb Ploon and Nolan Fackler each had 2 of their own. So it should be a fun fourth quarter finish as we near the end of this game. Kyle, we got a few. Davis Kemper, 3 points in this game. Only basket coming in the first quarter. What would you look to see from the big for South Christian in this fourth quarter of action?
Well, look, I think they can get Kemper and Carson Viss in a little bit of action on the perimeter there. Kemper, known for that pick and pop ability. Would love to see him and Viss get involved in that here in the fourth quarter. To your point, Bryce, just allow Kemper to maybe get a couple of easy looks, but at the same time, that Scroton-Bohr Kemper high-low action, big to big, work extremely well too. Would love to see either one of those options to get a few points on the board for Davis Kemper.
Now the Wildcats with the ball as they start this fourth quarter of action. Thomas in the game. Let's get some meaningful minutes in the second half. Cam Ryans goes to work, gets a few Sailors up in the air, goes up and under, and hits the 2. Nice take for Cam Ryans.
Boy, I tell you what, Ryans and Schwartz are just going to look to be relentless in attack this fourth quarter for the Wildcats. I can guarantee you that.
Nice inbound pass down low to Scroton-Bohr. That right hand soft touch, no good. Rebounded by Schwartz. That was a bit of that high-low look you were talking about, Kyle. Schwartz now goes to work, guarded by Fackler. Nice defense by Fackler, but they're going to get the foul call. So it looks like Fackler got Schwartz's arm.
And look, if you're Northview, this is critical. Opportunity here with still over 7 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Can trim this lead to 5. Schwartz and Ryans continuing to be aggressive. If you're South Christian on the other end, Viss has to lead the charge like he has so far this game to really close things out in the fourth quarter here. Would love to see Scrotenborough and Kemper continue to be active as well, like we just mentioned.
Rare miss for Schwartz. He's made 8 free throws already in this game. Kept the Wildcats in this game, thanks largely to his work at the charity stripe. Hits the second. Cuts that lead to 6 points. This is where Sailor's really been able to fend off the Cats much of the game. Now we're seeing a fun matchup between Viss and Schwartz. Gives it to Kemper. Kemper goes to work. Nice spin move at the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Schwartz. Gets fouled by Kemper. Taylor Johnson pleading Kemper's case on that foul call. Another big, nice stop for the Wildcats. South Christian still in that 2-3 zone. We're seeing a lot more action around that free throw line and the baseline for the Wildcats. As Ryan is working the baseline, now he comes up to the free throw line, gets a high ball screen, gives it to Schwartz. Schwartz drives down the lane. Nice defense by South Christian. No foul call there. Sailors now on the move. This crosses over top of the key. Nice take against Hadaboo. Rebounded by Kemper, going up, gets fouled. Can't convert the basket, but he's going to the line.
Great job there by Kemper attacking that offensive glass. Viss with the right to left crossover, got downhill. Had a good look, but Kemper attacking the offensive glass. Another way to get involved, just do it yourself.
Chase the glass. Good things happen. So he hits the first basket of the second half for the star senior, Davis Kemper. Stopped a little bit of the scoring drought. Hits the second. Good for both as Davis Kemper extends the lead back to 8 points with just over 6 minutes to go in this game. Willis, Thomas, top of the key, joined by Schwartz, the left wing. Back to Willis, Thomas to Willis. Willis stutter steps with his dribble, deep three, contested by Viss. Gives it to Ryan. Ryan stumbles over. He was able to dish it off to Willis, who gets fouled, driving down the lane, and some moans and roars from the South Christian faithful here. They did not like that call. Gets noisy in this gym. Student section voicing their dismay. He's going to stay with the Wildcats. Inbound to Schwartz. Nice inbound place. Gives Brady Schwartz the wide open three, and he makes the Sailors pay.
Northview cuts it to 5 with still over 5 minutes to play. Schwartz inside and out continues to be deadly for the Wildcats.
Viss now going to work. Schwartz begging for a hooking call, not going to get it. Instead, Carson Viss gets 2. Willis with the stutter step, guarded by Burgess. Burgess, big third quarter for him, giving the Sailors life, especially on the offensive front. Now to Ryans. It's like foul call on Viss. Ryans was driving down the lane, and there was a foul by Viss. Is that his third?
That is number 4.
That's 4
on Viss.
So Viss is going to have to go to the bench with 5:16 to play. And Kyle, that is big.
That is huge. Things could get interesting for the Wildcats. Huge opportunity to take advantage with the star on the bench.
Cam Ryans goes to work, gets fouled on that right block. Gonna send Ryan to the line as the Wildcats are now in the double bonus. Cam Ryans with 5 in the second half, 8 in the first. Misses the first free throw. Five fouls for the Sailors. Puts the Wildcats in the double bonus. So Ryans is going to get his second opportunity. Misses the second, but rebounded by Hadaboo, and ripped away by Kemper. It's a nice rebound by Davis Kemper. Burgess to Kemper. Kemper for the three. It was long, and they're going to get Ike Strombor on the foul, trying to go up to get that offensive rebound, pushed off, and some upset South Christian fans here as a couple whistles against the Sailors in the last couple series. So Wildcats down 7, shooting 2 the rest of the way. With Viss out of the game for the time being with 4 fouls. Cam Ryans hits the first after missing 2 free throws previously. Scrotumboard does come out of the game. In for him is Ty Brinks, number 5.
You can certainly feel the level of intensity has turned up a notch here. Under 5 minutes to go.
No doubt about it. Sailors going to need to get life again from guys like this. Austin Burgess, he's the one they look to. As well as Davis Kemper, who's now going to go to work on Schwartz. Tough down the paint. Gets fouled. Oh, they're going to call that one on the ground. Kyle, I'm not sure about that one, but that is, Kemper will get the foul call. Unfortunately, it's going to be an out-of-bounds play instead of free throws.
What a strong take, though, by Kemper, using that big 6'8" frame there to penetrate the lane.
Inbound to Kemper, top of the key, contested 3 is good. And there we go, just when they needed it most, Davis Kemper hits a big 3 to extend that lead back to 8.
What a shot by the big fella, squared up, top of the key, knocked it down.
See Carson Viss on the bench, first one up and celebrating that big 3-pointer. But now we'll see Cam Ryans go to work from left to right down the lane. No good, rebounded by the Wildcats. They're going to get another shot at this. Hadaboo comes up a bit gimpy on that rebound as Schwartz drives hard. Another 2 for Brady Schwartz. As I mentioned, Izzy Hadaboo walking gingerly, I think coming down on that rebound. May have rolled an ankle. So he heads to the bench. In for him is Jack Van Pruyen.
And Bryce, we see Viss back into the lineup for the Sailors. Just under 4 minutes to play with 4 fouls. Has to be extremely careful on both ends of the floor to hopefully close out this game for the Sailors.
Burgess now looks to get it to Viss. Instead gives it to Kemper, who gets Ryans in the air, drives that right hand. Nice take with his left. Puts his head down, and Davis Kemper gets 2.
6'8" big fella being able to drive baseline and finish with the left hand. What a very, very beautiful look there for Kemper.
Now Willis dribbles it to Schwartz. Schwartz considering shooting it, decides not to. Pump fake, guarded by Ploon. Back to Willis, to Thomas, to Schwartz. This time he's going to take it. No good. Bounces around by a handful of players, and I think last touch by the Wildcats, and it was. That's going to go back to South Christian. There's a couple times you saw Schwartz consider it. And the third time's the charm as he pulls, fortunately unable to make it. As the lead remains at 8.
If I'm Northview with this, having 4 fouls, I'm really looking to pick up this pressure here, extend it to full court, and put a lot of pressure on the Sailors.
Burgess patiently waiting, doesn't force the issue, resets the offense, finds Viss. It's a good outlet to find. Viss guarded by Swartz, jab steps, goes right behind the back, goes left with the right hand, no good. No foul call. Swartz with the rebound, he's on the move. Guarded by Ploon, takes it down the middle. Blocking call. I think Scrotenborg got there maybe a tad late. Excuse me, that was Kemper. Just a tad late. And Swartz is going to the line. $12 points in the second half for Brady Swartz. 13 in the first. He's been keeping the Wildcats in this game as he hits the first of 2. Wildcats just trying to cut this lower than 5. Been able to get to 5 a few times in the second half. And Sailors have withstood the rush as Swartz hits the second. Kyle, you mentioned there, looks like the Wildcats extending their press as they find Burgess tipped around. Pesky defense by Wildcats. Johnson, Thomas, as Burgess turns it over. Hadaboo on the steal. That's exactly what they wanted as Ryan's now on the move. Drives to the right side, no good, but tipped in by Hadaboo. Hadaboo making big plays on both ends. He gets 2, cuts the lead to 4. Just over 2 minutes to go. Gives the ball to Viss. As Viss gets fouled by Swartz. Swartz plays aggressive defense up on the perimeter, doesn't he?
Sure does. Very, very smart play, though, by Viss, looking to attack the rim.
Timeout here at South Christian. We'll take one more break on our end. Be right back after this here.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
the feeling is mutual. Everything's made fresh.
Everything. Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant.
Culver's.
Yay. We love our guests.
Love.
Love.
As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
All right, folks, buckle up here. We got a fun 2 minutes to go as the Wildcats cut the lead to 4. South Christian trying to keep their conference title hopes alive. If you're just joining us, you missed a great game. Go back and watch this at a later time. It's been a fantastic game. Sailors need to win tonight. Of course, need to win Friday. But if they win Friday and then win tonight, they will hoist a share or get a share of the OK Gold regular season conference title. Northview already has a share. Their last opponent is Grand Rapids Christian, who's a non-conference opponent. So no harm from that front here. Sailors with everything to play for as they're up 4. Inbound is Caleb Ploon. Gives it to Kemper. Kemper guarded by Swartz. Swartz guarding Kemper. Kemper going to work, going to reset. Sailors going to take their time and try to get the ball to Viss. And that's a nice play as Viss takes it hard to the cup. Rebounded by Ploon. He goes up and gets fouled. Caleb Ploon takes advantage of the Carson Viss miss. Going the line for the and 1. Caleb Ploon.
A couple of Wildcats ended up on the floor there after a intense offensive possession there for the Sailors. Strong take by Viss. Unfortunately, able to not get that one go, but what a rebound by Ploon at a very critical time.
Critical time indeed. Caleb Ploon, who's been quiet, only has the 1 basket prior to that make. But a big free throw make gives him 5 for the game. 5 points total. and extends the lead back to 7. 1:48 to go. Taylor Johnson yelling at the student section, saying, get on your feet, make some noise. This is where they need you. As South Christian on the defensive side going to work. Swartz dumps it off to Willis. Willis to Ryans. Ryans drives in the paint. Tipped away. Poked around. Willis grabs it. Intercepted by Viss as he was looking down low to Swartz. Nice play on defense for the Sailors. Timeout called Taylor Johnson. South Christian. We're going to take one more break as well. I promise to be the last one here on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Cello's Restaurante is where great food and sports come together. There's something for everyone, from a variety of handcrafted pizzas along with classic Italian dishes. With over 50-plus TVs in each location, you won't miss any action of the big game. Plus, they deliver. To check out their menu or order online, go to ucellos.com. Check us out to see why we're the #1 sports lounge in the area.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
1 minute, 20 seconds to go. 68-61, South Christian Sailors up on conference rival Northview. Inbound pass to Ploon. Kick ball by Swartz. Wildcats bring the pressure here. Is very valuable possessions. Kemper the inbound. Skroenborg across the half-court line. Looking for a trap. South Christian is going to take the timeout anyways. Tell you what, Kyle, a couple storylines from today and from this game. I think one of them is the foul trouble that Carson Viss has been in, but still producing in a way that he has produced. And then the other guys stepping up. Austin Burgess, Ike Skroenborg in the first half, Davis Kemper in this fourth quarter. Caleb Ploon with some big buckets here. The guys are stepping up in the absence of star Carson Viss.
Well, look, if South Christian wants to pull out this one and make a deep run in the playoffs, they have to have it. Viss obviously came out in the first half there, led the charge, continues to in the second half, but the play from the supporting cast and the other bigs in Skroenborg and Kemper have been huge, to your point, Bryce.
The other side, too, is the Northview Stars have got their baskets, but South Christian's been able to answer. And that the answers with steals like that will work just for you as the pass goes down the court to Swartz. He gets fouled going up by Kemper. Great defensive stop by Northview that took a little to no time, and now they're going to get to go to the line. I'm going to mention that Cam Ryans, he's got 15 in this game. Brady Swartz is 26. Make that 27. So the Stars have been good for Northview. South Christian just been able to find answers elsewhere. Big free throws here. 67 seconds to go in this game. Swartz is the second. Northview now showing pressure. 3 guys deep as they look to find Kemper. Kemper looking for some outlet. He finds Viss. That's a good guy to find as he gets fouled crossing the half-court line. Good job by Davis Kemper fielding the pressure, waiting for his guy to get open and finding Viss, who's going to the line, shooting 2.
Pretty unique to be able to have a duo like Kemper and Viss to break those type of four-court press situations. Last couple of minutes of a game in the bonus opportunity, both guys can get to the line and knock them down. Announcer's jinx, never mind.
Yeah, rare miss by Viss. Looks like South Christian's going to do a little bit of substitution action. Burgess with Fackler. Or excuse me, Fackler in for Burgess. Burgess coming in to help break the press. Fackler in on the defensive side. Viss does hit the second. Ryan's now looking to move quickly, finds Swartz. Swartz drives on the lane, back to Ryan's. Ryan's quick three, knocks it down. Uh-oh. Just like that, Cam Ryans cuts it to three. Folks, he did that last time these two teams played. You cannot leave number 0 open if you're South Christian, because he will make you pay. As mentioned a bit earlier, too, if you are a regular listener, or you know what, hey, you're a first-time listener to Michigan Sports Radio, we want to hear from you. We want to hear what you like, what you don't like, and we've got a survey. Take 2 to 3 minutes. Go to MichiganSportsRadio.com. In that top menu, you'll see audience survey. I also believe a pop-up will appear on the screen as well. Go fill it out. Share with us a little bit of your feedback to help us deliver an even better product to you, make your listening or watching experience even better. We appreciate the feedback and welcome that. 53.2 seconds to go in this game. Cam Ryans with a big three going into that timeout, cutting this lead to 3. 53 seconds left. Sailors have to be careful here as Burgess comes back in the game. As now we see all 5 South Christian Sailors lined up on the baseline. They're going to run streaking downfield to get Viss the easy inbound. Viss dumps it off to Kemper, who finds Ploon up the middle. Ploon gets fouled early by Thomas. I don't know if Coach David Shauna wanted the foul there, but the Sailors got it. As Tyrus Thomas commits the foul on Caleb Ploon.
Does not look like, to your point, they wanted to foul there, Bryce. That was going to be the interesting part there. 1 possession game. Both teams in the double bonus. Was Northview going to try to hold that one out and get a stop or a foul? And I think an unintentional foul sends Ploon to the line, but unfortunately misses that first attempt.
Tough miss by Ploon, who's normally a sure-handed free throw shooter. We'll get a second opportunity to make this a 2-possession game. And he does just that, hits the second. Now Ryan, guarded by Fackler, met at the half-court line. Gives it to Schwartz. Schwartz guarded by Ploon. Tries to split the screen, gets tipped around. Ploon causing chaos as that one goes the opposite direction. Great defense on that double team between Caleb Ploon and Davis Kemper. Knocking that ball away. Last touch by Johnson for Northview. Back to South Christian.
Swartz looking to split the defenders there. Just about no room to do so, and a costly turnover for the Wildcats.
Nice defense here by Northview, but Sailors able to break it. They got an open scrolling board down low. They're not going to see him or find him. Instead, Burgess will get fouled with 25.2 seconds to go. Now, Kyle, you get to pick the player of the game. And in all of the games I've called in different sports, I'm going to say this. This might be the most difficult one to choose. So we'll let you think on it, sit on it, and tune in to the Burgess Surveying postgame show to see who's going to win that award. Speaking of Burgess, Austin Burgess hits the first. Extends the lead back to 5. Ice in his veins, hits the second.
2 big free throws there by the sophomore. What a contribution he has made all night long for South Christian.
He has been huge, as he has 13 points in this game. Ryans, quick three, too strong. Rebounded by Viss. Tough rebound as he gets Fackler on the move. I'm curious if they get a foul here. As Fackler does get fouled. I think he was looking for Scrotenborg underneath the rim. And with 10.3 seconds to go, some of the fans dipping out early. Anticipation for this big South Christian win. It was a great game. I think this was everything we expected and more. As Fackler hits the first. Just fantastic. We'll cover all of it. All of today's action, the scoring, the recap, of course, the player of the game on the Burgess Surveying post-game show. Free throws missed. Swartz pulls up the quick three. Back of the iron, no good. Tipped around. Johnson fields it for the layup. Too little, too late. As that's going to do it. South Christian with an impressive win at home against the Wildcats of Northview. We're getting a little bit of revenge from the first matchup. It really was a heck of a game. All right, well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailors.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
All right, welcome back here on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone. Kyle, that one was a fantastic, fantastic game. Everything I think we expected and a little bit more as the Sailors knock off the Wildcats 73-68 here at South Christian High School. Of course, this game big for South Christian as it keeps their conference title hopes alive. Northview already has clinched a share of the title. But Sailors have one more conference game on Friday against Wayland, and if they could win Friday against the Wayland Wildcats, they will have gotten a share of the conference title. And just a note, the last time they played, the first matchup out in Wayland, Sailors won 77-35. So you never want to look past an opponent, but you got to feel pretty good if you're South Christian splitting with one of the top teams in the area in Northview. Heck of a performance by a handful of players. I mean, just show love to Brady Swartz, who had finished with 29 points. He was quiet in that first game, but was huge in the second game, really being able to keep the Wildcats in it when Sailors went on the streaks and the runs. Cam Ryans did Cam Ryans things as well. Not quite the 34 he had in the first matchup, but 18 ain't bad beyond that. And he was able to finish with 18. Izzy Hadabu finished with 10. Jake Johnson finished with 6. Jack Van Peruin finished with 4. Tyrus Thomas finished with 1. So Wildcats, I'm sure, are looking for a little bit more balance beyond their 2 stars. I know they'll want that as they go into the tournament. And then the Sailors, Carson Viss, not quite 38 points for him, but 28 isn't too shabby. I see he got hit with some foul troubles in this second quarter as well as the fourth quarter. But he had his friends there to help him out. 13 points for Austin Burgess was probably one of the surprises of the night as the sophomore came in clutch. 5 points in the first half, 8 points in the second half. 8 points in the second half, 2 threes, a couple free throws. Caleb Ploon came on strong at the end of the game to help close it out with 6 points for him, 3 points for Nolan Fackler. Davis Kemper was huge in the second half as he finished with 10 points total, but was big on the defensive end and a little bit of relief, too, on the offensive end. And then Ike Scrotenboer finished with 13. Held scoreless in the second half, but was a difference maker on the defensive side of the ball. And then, of course, went to work scoring in the first half of action. So it was a great game. Kyle, your thoughts on what we saw here tonight?
Boy, Bryce, for having missed the first of the matchup between these two teams, the second one was everything and then some. So we could not have asked for a better night tonight at South Christian. As you mentioned, star-studded. The Stars really came out and played very, very well for both teams. As you mentioned, you have to give it to Brady Schwartz. What a fight that he put up with his team. 29 points, was able to really get it going from all areas of the floor, outside, relentless attacking, lots of free throw opportunities as well. But Brady Viss and the Sailors nonetheless prevail. Viss led the charge despite being in foul trouble for really most of the night. As you mentioned, though, Austin Burgess, what a contribution the sophomore gave us off the bench. Kemper and Schrotenboer, and as you mentioned, Ploon played as well. But I do have to tip my cap to Mr. Burgess, the sophomore, with an unbelievable performance. I don't know if South Christian is in the spot that they're in to close out this game without him.
That's a really good point. I think you're right. To see Burgess come off the bench and be the go-to on offense. You're right. I don't know if the Sailors are in that position. Who knows, but I think that's a fair assumption definitely to say. Well, we as we look to wrap up the season, districts, are set. South Christian will host their districts here next week. Northview will actually host their districts. They've got Grand Rapids Christian as their season finale, and then they'll play the winner of East Grand Rapids and Lowell. And they'll play Wednesday the 26th, whereas South Christian has Wayland to wrap up their season. Of course, a win gives them a share of the OK Gold title. A loss means they will come up second in the conference. And so, again, one thing maybe to note is the first matchup between those two teams was a final score of 77-35 Sailors. So I'm sure they'll be amped and ready to go as they get ready for the tournament as well. They've got the winner of Kelloggsville and Grand Rapids, West Michigan Aviation. They will face the winner of that team, and they will play on Wednesday night as well. So a ton of fun, and we'll actually have all of that action for you. I did mention, too, the South Christian girls are the number 2 team in the area, and we will cover their game on Friday as well. Their game, they got a rematch against Wayland, too, and that's going to be a meaningful game because conference titles hopes are also on the line. They split with West Catholic. They lost early in the season, won the second matchup against the Falcons of West Catholic, and they still got to deal with Wayland. Now, Wayland's not necessarily in the conference title picture, but the Sailors only squeaked out a 2-point victory against the Wildcats in the first matchup. So I know the Wildcats of Wayland are going to look to play spoiler against the Sailors on Friday night, and you won't want to miss that as we'll have that game live at 6 p.m. here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone, and, of course, with the boys to follow afterwards. Really great night. Again, everything we expected and a little bit more. I'm excited. We'll get to see Cam Ryans again next year. He's only a junior. This is probably the last time we'll see Brady Schwartz in a Northview uniform, and then he'll go off to play at Western with his counterpart on the other side, Carson Viss. We'll get the opportunity to see Carson a handful more times here, at least 2 more times on these airwaves, and hopefully more than that as the tourney run, we hope, will go long, and should be fun as we gear up for that postseason play. Special thanks to David Kuhl, the AD here at South Christian, making sure we're fitted right up here at the gym, 3rd floor. Thanks to Todd Scrotenboer, assistant coach, as well as head of production here at South Christian. Thanks to Taylor Johnson for the pregame interview. He's the head coach at South Christian. Thanks to Brock Conkle, executive producer, Michigan Sports Radio. Thank you to Tim Chenoweth for the stats as well tonight. And Kyle joining me as color commentator for this evening's game. And I'm Bryce Sack, delighted to be able to give you this exciting matchup, and can't wait to join you again here on Friday night as South Christian welcomes in the Wildcats of Wayland. We'll see you Friday here on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Thank you.